Hey everyone, welcome to the Father, Son, and Title Show podcast, episode number 5. And today we only have the father because the son is having a baby or had a baby. And so we want to congratulate my son Christian and his wife Amber on the new addition, Emery Alva, who is coming home today, I believe. So we're excited about that. And in the meantime, though, I am just hosting the show, and we got some great guests coming on. And we're excited to get to know them and hear about what they're doing in the real estate world. First things first, we want to thank Jersey Mike's, the official sponsor of the show, provided us with lunch. Ruby and her team over there do a great job right here in Bedford. And so if you have a chance, swing by, get some sandwiches, tip well. And also they are promoting Special Olympics 6 months. So if you want to give a little extra money for that foundation, please do so. We thank them again for lunch. And we'll get right into the show, like I said, episode number 5. So today we have with us Sergio and Milton of Smart Home Solutions.
That is correct.
All right, so we're excited to have you guys on the show, man. Welcome to the show. Gonna get a hand clap for you from our audience. So we're happy to have you guys here, man, and we're just pumped up. So I want to start with one thing. I want to say one thing to Sergio real quick because I've gotten a really good few laughs out of this little video that I seen that my son posted when you guys went golfing.
Oh.
Oh man, whenever I want a good laugh, a little cheer up in my day, I go to that video where, man, I think you kind of pointed to the sky like this off the tee was gonna go 300 yards, man, and I just heard a bunch of silence. I didn't hear any connection with.
Well, I'll let you know. There is a famous Sergio Garcia golfer, but that for sure is not me.
There you go, man. There you go. We'll work on that game, brother. We'll work on it, man. I don't know a lot. I know a little bit, but we can practice on that tee shot, brother.
Correct.
So we look forward. I was actually supposed to go to that event, but then I ended up getting sick during that time, so I missed out. But we'll look forward this year, man, to getting out there.
Hopefully he invites us to another golf tournament because that was a lot of fun. We weren't good, but we for sure had fun.
There you go. Were you out there, Milton, or no?
I was not.
No, okay, all right. Well, this year, man, we have to get you out there on the golf course. It is a lot of fun, man. I don't know what I'm doing either, but he don't either. Christian don't either, man.
No. We actually so we went to go play golf, and out of all of us, I was the only one who brought a golf set. So our whole team shared one golf set.
That's bad, man. That is totally against golf etiquette. That you gotta have a set of clubs, man. I even told him they rent clubs at the golf course. So if you don't have one, you can rent a set, from them. But I guess apparently he didn't do that.
No. We had one set, and mine are antique golf clubs, so they're not new nice ones. So we for sure look like we did not play golf.
I kept telling him that day. I was like, I am so glad that I wouldn't want to be playing behind you guys,
Yeah.
behind you. So that would be a pain, man, waiting,
So we finally have our third partner showing up. Calex just arrived.
Oh, there you go.
A little late,
hey,
but he's
man.
here.
Good.
I'm late. I'm sorry.
No problem, man.
That's the normal thing for him. He's
There you go. We have a new guest coming in. So one more hand clap for our latest guest. There you go, man. Enjoy lunch. All right, man. Eat as we go. The show's real relaxed. So we're happy to have you, man. Come in. So Sergio, man, we'll start with you, okay? First question, man, is just what do you do? Who are you? Outside of the real estate world. I know it's probably going to be hard to, not put real estate into who you are, but do your best to describe who you are, what you do, what you enjoy outside of the real estate world.
Well, I live and breathe it, but I'll stay away from there.
There you go.
But what I really like to enjoy doing is I'm a competitive person, so sports is what I love to do. So most of my time I spent either in real estate or either working out or playing sports. That's how I spend most of my time. No kids, no family yet. I do have a girlfriend, but that's probably it. I'm not expecting any kids anytime soon, hopefully.
That's good.
We like to travel a lot, so that's mostly what we do with our free time: travel, sports, and just have a good time.
So are you playing sports or just watching sports?
No,
or?
I compete.
Oh, really?
So,
what?
I love soccer and volleyball. Those are my number 2 sports. And golf is third, but I'm not good at it. That's just to go get drunk and have some connections.
Yeah, that's business related, right?
Yeah.
That just kind of goes hand in hand. So soccer, man, I played soccer 1 year when I was a kid, indoor soccer. And I don't know what, man. I play baseball, so I like baseball, but they put me in indoor soccer, and my dad did. And the only thing I remember about indoor soccer is one day I was there, and we playing like, it was a sorry team that I was on, playing like the best team in the league, and they were just killing us, man. I remember one day this guy hit the ball, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, okay, this is where I get to use my head and actually, hit the ball with my head. But it was like a straight, hard
Ball.
It was a straight, hard kick. It wasn't the lob, that's usually what it was like, straight out, bang. That's all I remember about that game, man, is that piece. So, yeah. Not a very good memory of my soccer days, brother.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I try and still play, but, man, whenever you start getting old, man, the belly starts hitting you, and it's a lot harder to get activated.
All those injuries you get.
Yeah, get injured by everything.
So are you, like, in a league, or you just go out there and mess around?
No, I play in leagues. We try and, me and a couple of my buddies, Milton, we actually just finished a basketball league, and
Oh, really?
we got beat. We got destroyed in every game. So,
but you tried, brother. You tried.
Yeah, we had
right?
fun.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't like basketball, though.
He doesn't like. Oh, you don't like basketball.
I like to win.
Was he getting mad out there on the court? That's the worst, man.
We actually tell Milton we had actual real.
NBA. There was an NBA player there.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Really?
So it was not,
Retired, though.
Who was that?
Wow. Yeah.
Felton?
Wow.
yeah, we had a real a retired NBA player.
Yeah.
Playing against. We were like.
Oh, he's playing against you?
Yeah. So we told everybody when we lost, we're like, dude, this league has real NBA players in the league. Like, this is not an easy league. So that's why we lost.
Oh man, yeah, I would not want to compete with an NBA player.
Makes me wonder how'd y'all even get there.
Boy,
How
it's
did you
a,
end up on that?
it's a
Anybody
rec
can
league,
play, right?
It's a rec league, but they never told us they were gonna have retired NBA players in it.
That's interesting.
Oh, that's funny.
You never played against him?
Yeah.
He's in the league.
He was
Yeah.
in it. Wow, that's crazy.
We never made it that far.
That makes sense.
You're out pretty quick, man.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hey, you tried, man. That's the thing, right?
That's funny.
That's funny, man. That is funny.
That's mostly what I do. So I just try and travel, play sports, and stay in shape.
There you go, man. How old are you?
I'm 26.
All right, you're a youngster, man.
Yeah.
You're a youngster, so you got plenty of time to have kids and enjoy all that aspect of life,
Yeah.
So awesome, man. And travel, what's the preferred travel place?
Well, I actually got some big travel plans this next month. I'm going to Hawaii and Thailand, so
Oh, man.
I have to travel everywhere, like U.S. and outside of U.S., but anywhere that gets me out of Texas for a little bit.
Well, that's kind of like what I see with a lot of real estate agents is your work is not, the typical Monday through Friday. So, your weekends are filled. You're constantly working, constantly night and day. So when you need a getaway, I notice a lot of agents, they take some serious vacations, right? They're kind of like, I got to get away from being in town, and I got to really get far away to not have to work.
Yeah.
Right? Is kind of the mindset.
I would agree so. I think that's the reason why we joined real estate.
There you go, man. Well, awesome. Well, we're glad to have you. Like I said, we're going to get into real estate aspect a little bit later in the show. But Milton, we'll head on to Milton, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, my name's Milton. I'm 25. I'm single. I would say I'm a lot like Sergio, except I'm not as competitive as him. I play the sport to enjoy it. He plays to win it.
And he can't understand that concept, right?
yeah.
To enjoy, to play to enjoy. Somebody that's competitive doesn't understand that, right?
It's like there was another basketball league that we could have signed up for, but we didn't because it's like he needed to play, but he just I was playing.
People like him take the fun right out of the
I still have fun. We just celebrate when we win.
Oh, that's funny, man. I had a brother like that, an older brother, that every time no matter what, we're playing the yard, as kids, always would get mad, would always, get upset if he lost. And I was the same way, like, it's just a game, we're
Right.
just playing. But no, he never understood that concept. Christian actually is the same way. He's very competitive, man. You know, I went to all his baseball, like high school, played baseball in high school, and man, he was always getting kicked out of the game or doing something dumb. Even softball. He plays softball now, and he'll invite me every now and then, like, hey, Dad, come on, you know. So I'm like,
battleground.
yeah. And so I go, literally, the first time I went to go watch him play softball, and this was like a couple years ago. It's like, okay, me and my wife go. Let's just go watch him, you know. He's older already. Let's just go have some fun, relax tonight. He gets kicked out of the game, man. He gets for arguing with the umpire. I'm like, that's it. I'm not coming to any more of your games, man.
Yeah.
So,
He doesn't seem like the type of guy.
No, he is, man. You got to get to know him a little better, man. Tell us some more, Milton.
Yeah, so, like, you know, I also enjoy traveling. I do enjoy reading as well.
Reading?
Yeah. You know, I just bought 3 books for us to read this month for, it's like educational purposes.
Okay.
But I do read a lot of fiction just here and there. And something I got into after high school.
Really? After high school?
After high school.
Wow. That's
Hated
interesting.
reading for the longest.
Well, that's funny because I was just talking with an agent. I had breakfast with an agent this morning, and we were talking about social media and, you know, now the videos and even that. Like, you put a flyer on the video on Instagram, like, no one's gonna read that flyer. No one if it's
too lazy to
if
read
it,
it.
yeah if it's
Yeah.
more than 2 or 3 sentences,
Yeah.
we're out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
I mean, I might read it because I'm old, you know, but the younger generation is like,
Videos.
yeah, it's all video.
Yeah.
So for you to say be 25 and say, like, I picked that up after high school, that says something, man. It's good. It's great.
That's
but
why we love having him in our team.
there you go. What's the book, man?
So this month I got us 3 books. It was Who, Not How,
Okay.
Profit First, and the last one is Estimating Rehab Costs by Jay Scott.
There you go, man. Have you started, brother?
He's forcing us to read now.
He really
told
is.
his goal is that we have to read one. Well, he said 1 book a month, but
At
I
least
think he's
1
pushing it to 3 books a month.
Wow.
And so
Yeah.
every single one of us has to do it.
There you go.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That is good. Well, there's some stat. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but like they say reading, you retain so much more.
Correct.
When we read, right? I don't know what
Right.
the percentage is. I knew it a long time ago, but by reading is the greatest way to retain knowledge. So
Yeah.
there you go, man. Well, that's awesome. I mean, because especially being so young, I don't hear that in my day. I was joking with this agent earlier. She's in her 40s and I'm in my 40s, and they're like, man, you know, yeah, and you just don't see it. And it's getting harder for us too, because as the technology comes out, it's all just fast and quick,
Yeah.
and you know, we're starting to see where, man, I don't enjoy reading as much as I used to. My dad was an avid reader, man. He would, when he took his brokers, my dad was a broker, and I remember when he took his broker's test or started studying for it, I mean, he had books that were like this thick, and he'd go and like, hey, I'm going into my office, which was the bathroom, you know. He wouldn't come out for hours, man, and you know, be like, he had like 5 of these books that he had to read to become a broker. You know, again, I don't know how it's done now. I'm sure it's maybe a little less, so they condensed it down, but yeah, I mean, he did it. You know, it was like, hey, you got to read, and always pushed us to read. So I commend you on that, man. That's awesome. What else you got going on, man?
I mean, other than that, like, I'm just a fairly simple person, you know. Other than like playing sports or traveling, I don't really. I do enjoy to have fun, you know. We'll go out here and there, but
Sure.
I do like to do adventure stuff like outside. Except, you know, not a lot of people really do like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard finding those people that want to go with you.
Yeah. What are you trying, like hiking
Yeah,
or do?
hiking,
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that, you know. Whenever you just mention the word hiking, they're like, oh, I'm out.
I'm tired already, man. Yeah, I prefer a nice hotel with the jacuzzi and the beach, you know, and that's about my vacation right there experience. But no, that's awesome, man. That is really cool. Well, I'd like to, maybe you could share those titles with me, man, on those books you guys got going on.
No, I will.
There is one book, and actually I want to start buying some of these books and handing them out. We might start doing it even on social media, but there's a book my dad gave to me years, like the first kind of self-help success type book, you know, business book. It's by a writer called Og Mandino is his name, O-G Mandino. And the title of the book is called The Greatest Salesman in the World. So you look at the title and you're just thinking like, okay, this is all about sales, and how am I going to increase? But it's like a thin book. The first 40 pages are probably like a story about this little kid and how he wants to become a salesman, and he works like for a great salesman way back in like the Bible times, type of, and he wants to become one. He's kind of the tutelage from his master. And then it goes into what they call these scrolls, and it's really, it really is like a life-changing book because it doesn't tell you how to sell, it tells you how to live. And so the things are like, man, I'll get up in the morning. I remember reading it, something like, I'll get up in the morning and I'll just smile at the day. I'll greet the day. I'll do this. I'll do that. All things about life, changing your attitude, but not telling you, hey,
How
go
to
make
sell.
100 calls today, and and this and that. And man, I tell you, it's one of the greatest books I've ever read.
So
quick read.
When you talking about greeting, so that's something I do every day. So all my neighbors, I greet them, whether they care or not. I still greet them. And I tell people, I'm like, look, just greet them. I guarantee you, anytime your car breaks down or anytime like they see you're struggling in your house, they will come to you and just be like, hey, do you need a hand? Do you need some help? Because you were always there just to greet them. You were nice. It's kind of like you're selling yourself to them already.
Yeah.
Before they even know who you are or what your name is or anything. They'll be open to helping you if you need help.
Yeah. No, so true. It's so true. It's the attitude. It's the attitude that we carry, and what we give off, man. If you give off some nice energy or synergy, whatever someone may call it, or just a great attitude, it's going to come back to you. My dad would always say it's the law of averages on anything that you do. You do it enough, and eventually it comes back, So I read, I think John Maxwell writes something about like, man, when you go somewhere, you ought to greet 3 or 4 people in the first 30 seconds when you enter a room. Like compliment them. Just find something, hey, man, that's a nice shirt. Hey, I like your hair. You got a new hairstyle. Whatever it may be, because that may be the only compliment that person actually receives that day.
So they will remember that for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and then the next morning you pop in, and again, you're like, hey.
They'll expect another compliment.
You're running out of things to compliment them.
Now, one time you don't give them a compliment.
Now they hate you, man. What's wrong with you? No, it's very true. Yeah. So that's awesome, though. That's cool.
But you start to, I don't know how many titles Milton already has for us to read, but it's not a little bit.
Yeah. No, it's funny. He told us this yesterday. Today he purchased them. I'm pretty sure by tomorrow he'll be handing us out.
There you go, man. That's awesome.
He actually told me today. He said, Rob's going to take a month to read this book. So I might read it before I give it to him just so I can start the second book instead.
There you go, man. Well, I did this little experiment one time with me and my wife. She worked for this guy that was, I think he had like a roofing company, a successful guy, and he made a bunch of money, man, he had it all, the big house, the cars, everything. And so one day she's like, oh, he invited us to dinner, and I was like, I didn't know him, but I was like, okay, I said, I'm going to go, because it was him and his partner, and we go to dinner. I said, in my mind, I thought, I want to know what business owners like this that are successful, what do they talk about? What do they do? What their conversation compared to mine, that I ain't got nothing, I'm just don't have what they have, and I want to see. Now for me, it was an unpleasant surprise because it was just like I don't know how they stumbled on their success, man. They were more like used car salesmen, kind of type of a mentality. They had made it, in their world of money, but it was kind of like, man, they didn't talk about anything that was of importance. And they were just half drunk, and it was just, for me, it was like, I wanted to go and feel like, oh man, I want to take something from these guys who are successful. Right. And I didn't get anything out of it. You kind of turned me off on it, but this type of, and again, I even threw out a couple things in there. Oh no, I don't do this. I was just like, wow, it wasn't, because it's not just about money, right? Success is not just brought out in dollars. That may come with it. That's part of it, depending on what you're doing. Right. But the other part is just who you are as a person.
Correct.
And how many people you can help.
Correct.
Along the way. And in real estate, you're literally helping people find a home, or maybe become an investor, or make them help them make money, things like that, which is all cool. But at the end of the day, my dad would always tell me, he goes, no matter what I do in business, he says, I have to be able to lay down my head knowing that I did the right thing in my day.
Correct.
You have heated conversations. Business is business, and you're talking with thousands of dollars. So sometimes it's hot, and it's like, man, what about you're doing things.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you got to be able to just feel good about the business that you did in that day. So, and I think reading the books, educating yourself like that is definitely the way to go, because it'll just help you be not only better in business, but better person all the way around. So yeah, greatest salesman in the world, Og Mandino. Since you're the reader, I'm not even going to look at them. Because they're not going to remember, right? You're going to be like, oh, Og Mandino? You're going to pull it up on your phone? You probably already have it on your phone, man. End of the night, he's going to be like, I already read that book, man. It only took me an hour. That's a great book. That would be one to add to your list of books, man, for the company. Great book. Yeah.
Like you said, it's not really about sales. It's about your mindset.
It's about your mindset.
The character.
Yeah, it really, really is, man. And so, matter of fact, I put it on YouTube. It's the Audible book on YouTube last night, as a matter of fact, and I put it while I went to bed, and I started hearing the thing. I dozed off, at some point, but it was, again, just putting it in my mind, to have that right attitude. So that's awesome, brother. So what was
Calex.
Calex. All right, Calex,
So
man.
it's like Alex with the C in front.
All right, Calex, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So me, unlike the rest of the guys, just to keep the wheel spinning, I'm kind of in between. I'm very competitive when it comes to sports, but I know when to take an L. And I know when not to go back. Sergio probably take an L. He'd be like, no, let's go back at it. I didn't like that. I didn't like the outcome. Until he wins. No, literally.
Yeah,
so
Michael Jordan, right? So
right. I'm married. I have a kid.
Oh,
I have a little baby. Her name is Eliza. She's 1 year old now. And it's a beautiful blessing. Adding on to the success that we were talking about, right, that you were just talking about, I think that's a big part of it. So, outside of real estate, I'm also an entrepreneur. So I started with a small little business. And so I think, being success is also part of having a spiritual life, having a family life, and just being all well-rounded successful, not just economically, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I've been, trying to achieve ever since before I found out I was going to be a father. So, starting, just going to church and on my free time, biking with the guys, biking. We play Warzone, believe it or not.
Play what?
Warzone. Video games.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just a regular kid as well, So we play Warzone, we play video games, we join soccer clubs and we try to play soccer. So soccer has always been a sport that I've always been around.
Okay.
I love it.
So you compete against this guy, or?
No, we actually don't.
Oh, really?
He's got his own little, people that he goes with, and I got my own people that I go with. We probally join different leagues and tournaments and whatnot.
There you go.
Like soccer.
Uh-oh, it's starting.
We're gonna get there.
All right.
We're gonna get there.
It's peace right here.
But no, yeah, that's kind of what I've been, doing lately, and just, being a father and learning a lot in that,
Yeah.
That's you probably see me drinking Monster, but my baby's teething right now, and so she went to sleep at like 2 a.m. last
getting
night.
that sleep, right?
Yeah. It's on and off. It's unpredictable, when she, doesn't get enough sleep, but it's a nice life, man. It's beautiful.
Awesome.
I mean, it's my first and our first, and I'm very happy about that.
Nice,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
So is church a new thing for you?
So
Is that new from the
again,
baby?
my family has always, guided me in that. I just, I've never been like really stuck with it, and I just, I know the principle behind it, and I know how well it is, to have family time strictly like maybe on a Sunday, at least dedicate one day of the week, because like you said, we're real estate people, where we do this 24/7, but it's good to separate yourself from that, especially once you have a family, and just dedicate time, just show time, just have that family moment. Yeah. So that's basically what we do, and I'm not perfect either, but I am a believer, so that's really what comes through, and so it's something that we've been included since before we found out we were gonna have a baby. So.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, it's good, man. You need that foundation, especially as you have a family.
Right.
You need to create some sort of foundation for your family,
Right.
So whether it's you're a Christian or it's something else that
Right.
you're doing, I'm a believer that if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for everything, So
Right.
you got to be able to put some roots down, man.
Correct.
So
Correct.
my dad was lived crazy life prior to his first 30 years of life. He was just was bad, man. He was a bad dude. And and then after he came to meet Christ and his life changed, and then I was born after that fact. So he always calls me his grace child, man. So but having that foundation of a different life, compared to. You just see it, now, and then having a dad, being a dad, being present as a dad, because I've got 6 kids myself.
Wow.
And so it's it's hard. Yeah. It's hard being a dad, man.
How old is your oldest?
As a Christian, he's 29.
Wow.
So Christian is my oldest, and then I got my youngest boy. He's 17, right? He's gonna be 18. So and then I got 4 girls in between that.
Jesus.
So it's You need advice? Just let me know, man. I've seen it all.
I'll be calling you.
I've seen it all. I tell you this. I told my family, I tell my friends, I'm gonna write a book one day, and the title of the book is gonna be 1,000 Things What Not to Do in Life. Not what to do, not 100 ways to be successful. 1,000 ways of what not to do, and it'll be like 1-page sayings like. Don't quit a job before you have another job. And page, turn the page. Don't, it's going to be a bunch of don'ts, man. Everyone I tell, they're like, I think that would be a great book.
I would buy it.
I think 1,000 things.
I wouldn't read it. I would just buy it and read every chapter page.
He'd probably be the one to look at it in the store and just glance through and read it there and be like, all right, I just about read it.
I got it. Take a picture. Take pictures of it. They're like, 2-sentence pages. He still wants to use Audible for it, He's like, you funny. Read it, Milton, and then just tell me about it, man. So I told her, so I'm gonna get that. What I've actually thought about, like, everyone that I meet, I want to ask them, like, what would you say don't do? And so whatever your answer would be, I would like write it down, and then also put, as the author, who said it, and then put that in the book, page, 1. Said by like what that. Not to do. I like that. Don't, whatever. And then just put your name.
Yeah, that's
and then
good.
page.
Yeah.
And then
It is, because you learn a lot from things you mess up in.
Quote unquote, right?
Yes,
that's
so
actually.
Who knows, man? That might be my retirement right there, I'm going to have to New York bestseller or something like that.
If you really think about it, that's similar to that one TikToker who's going around currently. He's made billions or millions off of that. He's asking billionaires, what is the one advice you would give yourself when, if you were younger?
Right.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
And just write their answer.
Yeah.
That would be similar to what you're doing.
And
people will catch on to that,
Yeah, maybe I don't need the book.
You just need a TikTok.
But nowadays,
social media.
If you want to see those numbers increase faster, then
you have millions of views in a couple of days.
Yeah, you would.
Definitely, man. That is so true. So So anything else, man?
No. So prior to that, we still are trying to be, but very adventurous. I love kayaking, biking, like I said, hiking. I love all that stuff. And so I'm kind of just waiting for her to, because I have a Rona baby. So I'm waiting for my baby to grow up a bit.
Okay.
Just so we can start traveling and doing all those things again.
There you go.
It's been really hard with the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh, no, family wise, we were the only ones in the hospital, and so.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah,
before,
yeah. The times we're living in now, so very different, very, very strange, and so I just can't wait, man. She's walking now, so I just can't wait until she grows a little bit more. And
there you go,
we're
man.
out there, man.
That's awesome. Yeah. That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, time's moving fast, man. On this, so the one question we interject between this is I'm gonna ask each 3 of you, man. You got to give a quick answer. So you can say whatever you want. It's a podcast. You can use any language you want. And we're not live. It's recorded. So
you can bleep it out.
We can bleep it out. Yeah, if we need to. But I always ask everybody, what's the one go-to word when you're angry? And I'm talking about angry, man. Like you just lost thousands of dollars angry, on a deal. What's the one word? And when you say the word, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be bad. It can be darn it, because I'm one that I don't use curse words. So mine would be like darn it or something. But whatever your word is, Sergio's mine.
I'm pretty sure Millie has heard it enough.
Let Millie answer it for you.
What's the one word, Sergio? And say it like it just happened, brother. Like something just
really
just let it out.
I don't think you want me to start.
It can be Spanish, English, whatever language too.
I don't say one word, man. I scream for hours.
Well, give us the condensed short version, man.
I would say, fucking call it.
Wait, what? Wait. Okay, what
Get him
was
on the
it
phone
again?
now.
Yeah, get him on the phone. Fucking call him. I don't care what you do. Call him right now.
All right,
Yeah.
man. I got it.
Billy hears all the time because he lives with me. So I'm like, call him now.
All right, Milton, your turn, man. Doesn't have to be as bad as his, man. It can be whatever, so.
It's not. I say, like, whenever something, I hear bad news, I'm just like, damn it. Just try to take a breath, think about, like, how, but that's the first word that comes
That's
to
the
mind.
one that comes.
Damn it.
This is a guy that reads right here,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
See, he doesn't let his emotions get out of control. He's more calm. He's more zoned in, man.
We
So
work together, and I would say, Millie doesn't say anything. He just comes to me. He comes up to me because we live together.
okay.
We're not together. We live together.
Let's clarify that,
we're
right?
roommates,
All
we're
right,
roommates.
roommates.
He'll come over to me. He's like, "Hey, Sergio, I got bad news."
Yeah. So that's kind of what really happens here. So you can understand the whole thing. Milton is usually the one to bring the bad news. He's usually because they live together. So I don't really talk to Sergio as much, but I definitely work hand in hand with Milton a lot more as a project manager. And he's he's always just giving us news, whether it's good or bad, just news all around. And I'm just so with me. I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is, of course, the F word. Just like, damn it, But what I actually say is, so what can we do about it? What are we going to do? That's literally that's literally what comes out. Yeah.
Just find a
Simple as that.
solution.
Yeah, just okay, so what's next? Like can we fix it?
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. But.
So Milton comes in, damn it, I have bad news. Sergio's effing call him.
Yeah.
And you're like, what are we going to do?
Yeah. What can we do about it? Yeah, correct. That's usually how it goes.
Oh,
Yep,
man, all
yeah.
right. That's a good dynamic, man. It's balanced. It's balanced. Right
Yeah,
there,
that's literally how it goes.
And it's funny because as you're describing him and your personality, like that would be what you say,
Yeah.
And then what you're doing is like, hey, communicating. I'm bringing the news, and then the solution. You're finding the solution over here,
Yeah,
man.
like, all right, let's go to the next
together,
thing.
making a good team, right?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we got that in. We got that over with. So, all right, we're running about 20 minutes or so right now left on the show. So, here's the part where we leave the time for you guys to talk about what you're doing in business, your company, anything you want to promote, man. You want to promote your name, your numbers, whatever you got, and then projects or what you guys special in. You said you guys are mainly doing flips, right?
Yeah, so we actually own our own investment company. So that's kind of what we do, and that's kind of how Christian has earned our business.
Okay.
So we try and send in most of our flips. But right now, we actually just got one coming up on the market. Is it today? Do we get the pictures in?
Yeah, we're getting them at 4 p.m.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we got one listing coming up. We're buying one near Bishop Arts, and we're buying another one in Sherman right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're under contract to buy 2. And we're just looking for more deals. So, with many agents or people who talk to people and they just need some help, we provide solutions any way we can.
Okay.
We actually provide them a solution. So we help them out. Like, we've gotten people out of crazy trouble. We gave a tenant once, what was it, like $2,200?
Correct.
We gave her $2,200 so she can move out of the house so we can start rehabbing it, making a new home for a new owner.
Okay.
We paid for moving trucks for some of our sellers sometimes. So we do crazy stuff for some of our clients because we want to become the new company that people see in the investing world.
Okay. All right. No, I get it.
know.
Yeah, it's so yeah, it's kind of like whenever I hear smart home solutions, we kind of want them to have only good things to say, write good reviews. It's like we helped somebody move. We got them truckers because they were like, oh, they were just like a family of 5 that had a lot of stuff.
Right.
Well, we can help you move to your house, to your home, and it's kind of like that. We don't just do business; we try to help people as well along the way.
Okay. Yeah. Well, because people get into bad situations, right?
Correct.
I mean, and I was working for Fidelity in California in 2008 that time, and where I lived in particular in Bakersfield, the foreclosure, it was hit hard. I mean, you go down any street, 5-6 homes,
Wow.
foreclosure homes on any street, and people were losing homes left and right. So, you get into those situations where, you know, you can either let it go into foreclosure, ruin your credit, everything's lost for several years, or like from what I'm hearing, you guys can come in and find a way to maybe help that person that got into a tough situation,
Correct.
COVID, whatever it might be.
Work with them as well.
Yeah, and be like, hey, well, you know what, I'm going to save my credit. Maybe I'll be able to save my credit, get rid of the problem, which is the home at this point for them, and, you know, also maybe helping them get into another home or giving them some funds or moving like that to help them out.
Their extra push.
Yeah, you're not just coming in to, well, let me just take your house from you.
Here's cash.
Yeah.
Get out of the house.
Yeah.
No, we try and help them out. I mean, we've done a lot of crazy stuff for some people that most people probably would just be like, well, here's cash.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
That, you know, sometimes they just need that extra, like, hey, here's something extra. And not only that, but it shows a lot what a company is.
Right.
Sure.
They're not just here for the profit.
Yeah.
You know, and they see that we're really young, you know, and we're in it for the long run. You know, we're in it for the long run, and you know, especially like not just that, but we also help, you know, contractors. You know, we try to give them as much work as possible. You know, we have, you know, a pretty good, understanding of how we do things. You know, and so they always come back. You know, they always come back whenever we have these flips. You know, always call us and ask us for more work, and so, you know, we just all around just try to, you know, keep it busy or just help people out.
Yeah. Are you guys, so when you say you're doing the flips, are you guys actually doing any of the work yourselves? You guys have crews that come in and do the rehabbing on the homes, and, you know, you see all these flip or flop shows, you know, on TV or whatever, you know. I'm like, that guy just got endless amounts of money, man. Just, you know, I was watching it last night because I'm kind of hooked on that show. I just like the show, but he, you know, coming in like, okay, our budget's $100,000. Somebody bad news. Oh, we got to do a new roof. That's $15,000. Okay, do it. A new fan's $13,000. Okay, do it.
So let me ask you. So can you imagine our reading guy here, Millie, put in a brand new piece of sheetrock?
No, I can't.
No, we will get dirty if we have to. We have before, you know, but that's not the goal here.
Okay.
You know, so we do have you know, systems in place, and now we. You know, we've kind of just learned as we go, and so we've hired general contractors to just take care of the whole shebang bang, really.
You guys just manage.
Correct.
Correct. We're hiring three virtual assistants right now, so we're growing our team.
Correct.
It's a slow process.
Yeah.
Lots of money.
Lots of
capital. So we're not growing crazy fast, but we are. Well, I say, if we tell you how much we don't, you probably say it's a lot. But to us, we didn't hit our goals.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. That's what you see more people doing. As I talk to people in the real estate world, is even on flips, like people that do flips, and now some of those guys that I knew that were doing flips are now doing building. They're just buying. Yeah, they're buying a lot or a couple lots, and they're building. And I've actually asked them the question, "What's easier, flipping or building?" And they're like, "Building."
We're actually just about to do that. I'm going after this. I'm gonna go look at some lots, and we might be probably starting a development with maybe like 1 or 2 houses.
Okay.
And see how that goes.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. So we are gonna get into that game as soon as we can.
Yeah. No, it is a lot easier to build because you know, in current construction, you can run into some issues that you didn't know of, right? Behind this wall, what's behind you?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's exactly why it's a lot easier to just build fresh.
It does happen like flip and flop. So that's where I cuss out Millie.
That's where we, you know, get those bad news, and it's like, oh man.
Millie's like, well, I call him Millie because we've known each other forever, but his name's Milton. But he'll come up to me and he says, "Hey Sergio, gotta tell you this, but we need a new roof."
I got more bad news.
Or we need a new AC, and I mean those things cost money.
Yeah.
We don't pay $15K for them, but we pay $2,000, $3,000, $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, they still hit the budget. So.
It just cuts off our profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, right? It's about making money.
Yeah.
Right.
It's you can't fall in love with your home too much that you're working on to sell. Like you want to do the nicest job you could do.
See, and that was me in the beginning. You know, I was trying to do a little too much for it. You know, but nah, man. I mean, the comps speak for itself, and it's like, you know, a house will look nice.
Yeah.
You know, a house will always look nice. You know, new roofing, windows. You know, and just giving neutral colors and new flooring, and it's, you know, they turn out really, really nice actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
so.
that's cool, man. That is. I always wanted to get into that game. I've only bought one house that was an investment property years ago, and it was right during a time where it was kind of like now in California, though, was prices were skyrocketing.
Home Depot was starting to get a little pricey.
Yeah. And I bought it, and my brother was my broker on it. He's actually still a licensed broker in California, and he bought. I don't know. He found it for me like 110. It was right in the ghetto. You know, it was a tore up house, perfect house, right? I mean, that's the kind that we're looking for. And before I even got to it, I literally hadn't even walked in the house yet. I just closed on it, about ready to go take a look at it. I had an investment broker call me, a guy that I knew, and he's like, Mark, he goes, I'll offer you 185 for the house right now.
No way.
And I'm just like, I just bought the house, you know. It just.
Did you sell it?
I did.
That's
good. Yeah, that's good.
So
Yeah.
that's what you
That's
call
really
wholesaling.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you know
So
what?
congratulations.
Don't ask me where that money is because I have no idea where that.
Yeah.
No, you know, we actually worked because I just bought the house and I can with a couple of loan. I might have had a loan where I was supposed to live in the house, you know, because I already had another house that I owned, you know, but we ended up buying. That's just between us, right? Nobody else.
Yeah.
That
So
was
when
really similar to our situation in Richardson, but we actually did start, demoing for the first week. But somebody walked in and he was like, "I like this house. Let's talk about it. Like, stop what you're doing. I want to buy it now."
Yeah, it was awesome.
So,
we worked out a deal where like he gave me a lump sum of money. I can't remember what it was, maybe 10, 15 grand up front. And then I carried it for like a year or two.
Yeah,
and then he gave me till I could sell, and he gave me the lump sum in like 2 years later. So again, creative. My dad did a lot of creative financing when he was in real estate, and it wasn't called wholesaling back then. But basically, there was some of that stuff was going on. That term just didn't exist. I never heard it, but he did all kinds of crazy stuff that people would look at and be like, "How are you doing that?" Well, I mean, it's legal. You can actually do these things, but nobody wants to put in the work to do those things. They just want, let me list the house, let me sell it. I'm a great agent. Well, okay, but like really, I mean, anybody can kind of do that, you know, especially in a hot market. You just stick a sign on it and the house sells, you know. But it's when you get into the wholesaling, the flipping, the things where you got to take a lot of creativity to make this work and maximize the profit. The first home I bought, it was a 203K or 203B. I don't know if those still exist.
Yeah, they still exist.
My dad took me to this house. I was like 22. I had 2 kids, or 23, 2 kids. He's like, I got a house for you. Takes me to this house. It's the ugliest. It's terrible, you know? And I'm like, Dad, like, really? He's like, look, this is a special home. And, you know, you buy it then, I think it was like 65 grand for the house.
Wow.
It's like 2,000 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home.
Wow.
It was tore up, you know?
Yeah.
But he's like, they're going to give you $17,000 in the loan to fix the house. And we're talking 20, 30 years ago, you know, a lot of money, and it could go a lot further than now. And I remember I got new roof, new stucco, new carpet, and everything was new.
For 17?
So I did the whole house.
That was probably like 40 now.
Yeah, I did the whole house, man. So by the time I walked in, I had a brand new house. And I picked like the best carpet I could find, you know, thick old carpet, you know, and this, and
so it was a great potential.
It was a great potential, and then I moved in at this big home. I only owed $65,000 total, or $67,000 total on the house. I had a bunch of equity.
You're 22.
Yeah, and my dad was like, that's what I always say. He was a great person at casting vision for his clients, because I went and I was like, really?
He had already bought it for you, right?
Yeah.
Because we try and do that to some of our clients, because we have a lot of friends. We're young. So at our age, everyone's looking for a house. Mm-hmm. You know, they're hitting that first home buyer age. And they know we're in the game. So they'll send Calex a message, or they'll send Milton or me a message like, hey, let me buy a house kind of like the ones y'all buy. We'll take him. We actually took one of our friends to one of them. They wanted $185 for it.
Wow. The
house was nice. It was not bad. They were like, oh, well, these issues. This. I was like, well, you're getting a great deal.
Yeah,
you're getting
for the location especially. Yeah.
$70K under market value at that moment.
I'll say, at $185, where do you find a house like that?
Yeah,
right.
You know? It was in Irving.
It was in Irving, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I told him, it's a great deal. It's like, we're not going to buy it because we want more. We want it cheaper.
Right.
But you can buy it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Because you're going to live in it. And he looked at it. He's like, oh, it's not the right house.
So, I mean, it did have some issues, you know, but there were minor issues. Nothing like crazy to be scared about. But, you know, everything that they asked for was there. A big backyard, long driveway. You know, had like what, 5 rooms, 3 bedrooms,
It was
3 bathrooms.
Yeah, it was very nice modern home.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
And
they
now
just couldn't see the final touches of the vision.
yeah.
Literally the final touches of the vision.
Yeah.
They just finished. The owner actually didn't sell it to us. He ended up fixing it himself. He drives by and is like, "Hey, is there any way we can still get a deal on that?"
Now,
I tell him,
now,
no,
not for
like,
185.
He's
Not
got
for 185.
he's
yeah.
got the market now. The market's
Yeah.
gonna take that off and
Correct.
push it 30K over what he
Yeah.
was even thinking
Yeah.
about getting.
Oh yeah.
So
Easy.
now I think it's I'm still working with him because we kept a great connection. I think he wants to list like at 350. I tell him like we should do like 325, but that could have been my client's house, but he.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
about that
Yeah.
vision.
That is that because you know when the buyer walks in, it's you see an ugly room and ugly carpet. All that is paint and carpet.
Cosmetic.
That's all you got to do. You know, what I mean,
Right.
maybe there's a little repair here or something like that, but it's you really just get the buyer just cannot see, and then it's up
Right.
to
Us
the agents,
to
you know,
convince
to really say, well, look at you can do this, and
Right.
this, and that's exactly what my dad did for me. So now, you know, as I see things, it's just like, okay, those aren't big things.
Yeah. We look at houses and we're just like, eh.
I'd say that sometimes it's hard, like to get somebody to see that vision because they're just stubborn. You know, they want
Yeah.
something already ready to move in.
Everyone wants brand new, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you want
for,
the
for a
best.
good price.
Yeah.
Too, so, you know.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
what it is.
But that's where I mean, you guys
Yeah.
as investors
Correct.
can come in and see that, and that
Right.
helps your business because you're like, okay, paint, carpet, this. You
Yeah.
just walk through the whole house
Yeah.
and like, okay, unless there's something major, you know, like a big roof or AC or something. Other than that, they're all cosmetic things.
And I
that-
understand why, you know, maybe they might get scared because they're like, man, I don't know any plumbers, I don't know any painters, I don't know this, I don't know that. Like, hey, man, we got them all.
Yeah.
We'll send them your way. And we'll
Yeah.
give you good prices, you know. Just,
Yeah.
well, I mean, it works for both of us. We'll keep them busy, and you'll get a beautiful house, like kind of what you did.
Yeah.
So
And no,
it's
and
a win-win, and it'd still be like
No
nah.
competition. No competition.
Yeah, no
no
headache.
market competition.
Right.
Yeah. And you have investors coming in and bidding with you, but
Yeah.
investors, we want the best deal possible. So
Sure.
no competition.
Yeah.
Get to design it the way you want to.
Yeah.
Get to tear down walls you want
You
to.
know what's in
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
That's
mean,
true.
but
It's hard to believe. It's hard to see the vision. He is right. It's very hard to see the vision.
it is.
Yeah.
It can be. It
And
can be.
it's not something that's easy for everybody to just be like, okay,
Yeah.
well, let's drop 40K and.
No, yeah,
Sure.
we walked into some houses and I actually scratched my head. I'm just like, damn, man, like, you really think we can make this happen? Because, you know, make an open concept, tear down that wall, and I'm just over here like, what?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm the sales guy, so I just come up to him like, I got this house.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, here you go.
Get us 50,000 profit on it. You know?
And then
Work your
Milton,
magic. Yeah.
Milton's always the guy saying like, because I sometimes we want some certain, because he likes the expensive stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, keep him in budget,
Yeah.
but I also like to see nice things.
See, it's great. It's a great balance because I do like he said, I do like the expensive stuff, but obviously, you know, we can't put all that expensive stuff in there. And he's the one who keeps me in the budget.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, great. So let's make it that same finish that you got for this amount of price. Where can we meet each other in the middle?
Yeah.
I'm like, great. So let's do
That's
that.
good.
And
That's
then he, you know, he selects it, and we already know, you know, what finishes, colors we're going with, and this and that, and so works really well.
Yeah.
Really, really well.
Awesome, man. That's
And
awesome.
then we try to walk our properties. We try to walk them throughout the week a couple of times, maybe, you know, do some content, but definitely we have, like, you know, structured a payday for our contractors. You know, if they don't have, you know, a certain amount of work done, then, you know, we'll settle on a certain amount, you know, according to that end of the week, whatever they got finished. And then if they did, then, you know, we pay them for, you know, the full amount of work and so on and so forth. So, you know, we're not in there every day paying, you know, writing checks at the end of every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it really keeps us, you know, on schedule, and everybody, you know, has their place, and yeah. So
Awesome, man.
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. It's
Well,
great.
We got a few minutes left, man. About 5 minutes or so. You guys want to highlight your company name, man? Throw your number out there. Exactly what you guys are doing.
So
Go for it,
we're Smart Home Solutions. Maybe Christian could put our numbers on the link, but so my social media URL is the Real Estate Surge. Milton is
It's Milton_guard. I don't use Instagram. I don't post it.
yeah.
You can follow our page at Smart Home Sold.
Yeah.
Okay. Smart Home
Definitely.
sold.
So
Okay.
like solution.
Oh, okay.
SOL.
SOL. Okay.
Yeah.
And we
Okay.
should probably start saying Smart Home SOL. But yeah.
And then you are.
And then I am Calex the Investor on Instagram, Facebook, all platforms, TikTok, everything.
And if any of your viewers get any deals, anything they want to want us to run numbers on, or if they want some to us,
Right.
We pay wholesale fees. So
Okay.
you know that $80K you made, we don't mind paying it if it feels good enough. Like we paid some wholesalers some good money, and some of them we actually there's a lot of them we pay them like $20K, $10K.
Okay.
So
you work with the wholesalers.
Oh yeah.
and the deals are good. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so we work with wholesalers, real estate agents. If you send us pocket listings, we buy them. So we don't care how much y'all make, as long as the numbers work for us.
Okay.
Correct.
So
All right.
feel free to
That's
shoot us a call, a message, or a DM, and we'll respond and help y'all out.
And anybody out there who wants to learn, get some skin in the game, just hit us up. You can always, just shadow us and see what we do. We don't really mind. I mean, we've had that before, so we'll show you how we do things, and yeah, we're just here to help each other.
I think that's key too. I think when you're successful, you should always have that mindset that, hey, I want to help the next person to
totally.
get into it too.
Totally.
Because there's plenty of business.
There's a big piece of pie here.
Yeah,
Huge.
there's so much that.
And if we run out, we'll make a new pie.
Yeah,
Right?
and helping people, that's just always going to come back to you.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't
always.
lose that way. Well, awesome, man. Well, what we'll do is we'll share it. We'll share. If you guys, again, with the Father, Son, and Title podcast and social media, we're trying to build that up in the sense of even our Instagram, Facebook. If you have a listing, if you have a video, anything that you want to share, send it to Christian.
Right.
We'll do a quick edit if need be. Like if you had a listing and you're going to put it up, send it to him. We'll edit. We'll probably come on. One of us will come on. Hey, check out this new listing from Smart Home Solutions, and then your video or your picture, whatever. We want to get more into that because our social media presence, we want to build it to where everyone is, any and all people in real estate can come to that and share. And then our main goal would be that you throw a listing on there one day as Christian's client, and then one of my clients sees it and connects with you, and you guys might make a deal. And then we see the power of the social media presence of like, hey, because both of you went on this site where it's just all for real estate people, you guys actually made a deal, because you put something here. Not that you can't do it on your own, or MLS, but maybe it'll happen faster here. So that's our thing, man. If you guys have listed any information that you guys have and you want shared, give it to us too. Send it to us. We'll post it.
Thank you so much.
Right now. It's going live at 5.
Okay, send it. Send it to Christian or me. He does all the social media stuff.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I just tell him, hey, here's an idea, man. But we're constantly trying to find information. Or if you have something even you want discussed or talked about, or hey, man, you guys should talk about this topic, because we're trying to work on content. Again, our thing is if we create some content for all you agents and investors that are posting it daily, and you need to get more notoriety.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We're trying to create things so that you don't have to worry about posting as much. You could just share ours. So if I come on and share a title tip, you can take that and post it on your page. Here's a title tip. He comes on and does a mortgage tip. Here's a mortgage tip. Yeah. And all of ours are going to be talking. We're not doing the still flyer. We're talking. So whether you might not want to see my ugly face, but you're going to get some knowledge coming out of us saying, hey, and it's a 30-second, 40-second reel clip. So it's, you can throw it on the story, and it's just quick info, and then we'll put, hey, for more information, give us a call. Or you can tag yourself and, hey, give us a call. You want more about this. That's what our whole goal is, that we want to create stuff that all people will start sharing and utilizing, because, if I see agents all day long and it's like, oh, I need content, I don't know what to put. We're creating content daily for free.
Sure.
Just share it, and some of those our agents haven't even caught on, like, oh, I can share it?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what we're creating it for. But maybe we need to make another like a little infomercial to say that, hey, please share all this stuff, because we haven't been clear on it. But that was our goal for this. Mm-hmm. The podcast, again, we were discussing a little bit prior to the show, was that everything we're doing as title rep marketing guys, we're doing it, but our whole goal too is to show you, if you're not doing it, do it.
Yeah.
Right.
We're just off the cuff. This podcast is off the cuff, man. I have no schooling in this. I don't know what to do. We just sat down and started talking. That was it. And so you might come on and think like, oh man, these guys have whatever, maybe we had to, do something to get here. No, all we had to do was pay them, and come on the show and talk about whatever we want. So
That's funny.
for you guys, I would say, what we're doing is trying to show you as easy as it's just this easy.
Right.
A lot of
Just
people are
make it
scared to
happen.
get on the video. They don't want to talk. Man, just do it. We even throw up our bloopers. I don't know if you've seen any of those. We have a blooper video where we're just messing
I have
up.
seen it. The last one, I
it's
loved it.
just like sometimes it takes us like I'll do a 30-second video and it'll take me like 60 tries to do a 30-second video, and I'm laughing at myself. I'm just there making it by myself.
Yeah.
I can't believe it, but it's like
Content is pretty hard, man.
Content
Content is hard. It takes time.
He had to handle. We do this where we record. I can't see it. If he records me, I can't see it.
Oh yeah.
Not until it gets posted.
Yeah. If I show him, he gets red. And he's just like, no, I don't like it. Do it again.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just not show him. I look at him like, it looks good.
Yeah. Well, and we're even like, I've even told people like, hey, if you want to make a video and you don't know what to do or want, like, call us. We'll go over there and help you do it. Like, even in the sense of like, we'll stand in the picture. I'll do all the talking, and you can just stand there and wave if that makes you feel better. But we'll promote you if that's the case, because bottom line, you need to do it. Everybody needs to know a little bit about your personality.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the only way they're going to find it is through video, not through pictures.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Pictures are cool, but personality is going to come through where you just got 30 seconds to say, hey man, here's what I'm doing. I'm investing. We're flipping homes. We're this, we're that. And people get a little bit of feel for you, and that makes them a little more comfortable.
They see you put more effort into it. Too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's definitely an easy connection, man. So, gentlemen, I enjoyed having you guys on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. I want to say I love your view, man. I love your view. I love your office. Thank you, Jersey Mike's. Right?
There you go. Yes,
Thank
Jersey
you
Mike's.
very much, Jersey Mike's.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We'd love to get you back on the show prior to the end of the year.
Yeah.
And we'll come back around and do it again.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, anything that you guys have to share, please send it to Christian's way. And we thank you as being clients of Texas Secure Title. We appreciate the business too, man. So we're trying to grow. You guys know anybody out there that's looking for a good title company? Let us know, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll talk next time. All done.
That was good.
That was really good. That was our first.
Yeah.
Is this a first?
Proprietary system to help podcast